And before we get started here, I do want to point out that the closest furnace to a bank is in Prifddinas and then Edgeville at 11 and 14 tiles apart respectively. And the closest anvil to a bank is also in Prifddinas and West Varrock, and that's going to be at 8 tiles and 10 tiles respectively. As low as level 4 smithing, you can start creating dart tips. This does require you to complete the tourist trap quest. Dart tips are profitable up until adamant dart tips, with the most profitable ones being right now, believe it or not, is going to be bronze darts, because you're buying those bars at about 120 GP each, making 10 darts per bar, and those are selling for about 50 GP each. That's coming up to 500 GP per bar. Each inventory is going to last you 81 seconds of full AFK time, and in the hour you'll be using 1,000 bars and netting 10,000 dart tips. XP rates start at 15,000 XP an hour for bronze dart tips, going as high as 95,000 XP an hour for rune dart tips. But if you're making rune dart tips, you're going to be losing about 50% profit margins on that, so stick to anything from adamant and under. At the time of this video, the profit for bronze was 280,000 GP an hour. For iron, it was 70k GP an hour, steel 144k an hour, mithril darts was 150k an hour, and addy darts was 165k an hour in profit. The closest anvils are Varrock West Bank and Prifddinas Southwestern Bank if you have that unlocked. Now at level 35 smithing, you can create cannonballs. This requires you to have completed the dwarf cannon quest and have an ammo mold which you can buy after the quest is completed, and you do need steel bars for this method. Each inventory is going to last you the longest amount of AFK time, and that's 2 minutes and 30 seconds of full AFK time. Earlier last year, GIX introduced the Giants Foundry minigame, and that doubles the ammo mold from 4 cannonballs to 8 cannonballs, but this also halves your AFK time down from 2 minutes and 30 seconds to about 1 minute and 15 seconds. You'll be using about 600 steel bars an hour and netting you 2,400 cannonballs an hour. At the time of recording this video, that would net you about 115,000 GP in profit per hour, and just gain you about 15,000 XP per hour, so it's really not the best method for AFK XP, but it's a pretty solid smithing method for some early GP. At level 7 smithing, you can start creating knives. At the time of making this video, none of the knives were profitable, but it's always good to check the GE prices because these things change rapidly, especially when there's an in-game update. Smithing bronze knives will net you about 11,000 XP an hour. Iron knives at 23.7 thousand XP an hour, steel 36,000 XP, mithril 47,000 XP, adamant 59,000 XP, and rune is 71,000 XP. Smithing knives, this will take you about 80 seconds per inventory, really AFK, really not profitable. Now at level 40 smithing, you can create gold bars. Each inventory will last you about 1 minute and 23 seconds, smithing these at any furnace in the game. Again, be sure to use the Edgeville or the Prifddinas one to be the most efficient you can be. And do make sure you are wearing the goldsmithing gauntlets. You can get this item from the Family Crest quest in order to get 56 XP per bar instead of 22 XP per bar if you're not wearing these gauntlets. You can expect to smith about 1,000 bars an hour for 60,000 XP an hour, and you'll only be losing about 12,000 GP an hour doing this method. The last method on this list is going to be superheat. You're going to be using iron and coal to smith into steel bars. This is kind of like high elking. It's AFK in the sense where you just click in the same spot every few seconds, standing next to a bank so you can resupply your inventory. You'll be gaining about 100,000 magic XP an hour and about 50,000 smithing XP an hour. So this is great because you'll be growing 2 skills at once. This method only makes sense if you don't want to pay too much attention and gain some magic XP in addition to your smithing XP. It's also a non-member method as well. Currently this method is at a break-even point with about plus or minus 10 GP, so you can gain a little bit or lose a little bit of GP doing this method.